your traps become one of the equipment that you use during rucking. Having a 55 to 100 and something pound rucksack, full rucksack on you, and you're walking or marching for miles. You know, you're strong here and you just move out.
So whenever we're like kind of presenting this to different units, we work with in squadrons, I actually show them the JOJ back. And why it's important, because a lot of people, they skip the bodybuilding part. We do strongman bodybuilding as the majority of our programs and the way we develop operators and flyers. The rear delt and the trap are so crucial, especially for rucking, because that's where posture is going to come from. And as soon as you see somebody who doesn't have that rear delt, that's when gravity is going to take over, and next thing to go is going to be the low back. So the rear delt and trap is crucial for operators.
I'm here at DFW Airport, getting ready to head out on Denver Air. I never flew in Denver Air, but it's pretty cool too, because it's actually a straight flight from DFW to Clovis Air Force Base. That's right, Clovis Air Force Base. I'm about to go visit, see Jordan. He runs the World's Strongest Operator as an event that's put on at the Johnnie O. Jackson Classic every year. These guys are always out on deployments. They are truly heroes, creating a safe environment, as safe as possible environment from our enemies as they could. It's an honor for me to go out and visit the Air Force Base and visit all the troops, and man, it's going to be a good time. We're going to visit a couple facilities, have some workouts. I may have to remind them of my age and, you know, all that kind of stuff, because I think I'm going to get my butt handed to me a little bit, maybe just a little bit, because, you know, I am a machine. So it's going to be a good time. So stay with me, hang on, grab your popcorn. Don't forget the popcorn, and away we go. Here we landed. Told y'all we're going to Clovis.
We're in the big city.
So cool ride, easy ride, about 45 minutes to an hour.
And then today we'll go to the gunship squadron, train over there.
Cool. Oh, how about the grocery store?
Do you guys need to go right now?
No, but I'm just, there's food, there's places for food, right?
I was telling Johnny, no shit, somebody burned down the Walmart out here.
Yeah.
Really? He tried to burn down the Lowe's, and then like 2 weeks later burned down the Walmart. He had like a passion for arson.
And thought
like
that was the biggest buildings. So.
Just a passionate dude.
Hey, IFBB Pro, Johnnie O. Jackson. I'm here at Canon Air Force Base. I made it to Clovis, New Mexico, as you can see, in one piece. We'll see what happens by the time this is all done. But most of these guys, when they come over and train, they have deployment or missions afterwards, so they can't walk out of the gym like we normally do, bodybuilders, and just, you know, fully dumped out and drained. You know, these guys got 6, 7, sometimes 2, 3 days where they're going on missions, and they have to stay strong. And I have to say, the last time I trained with these guys, you know, I felt better after the workout than when I did when I approached it. And it's amazing to me. But you learn how to activate, you know, everything in your body. You know, normally just walking around, you use certain muscles that are used to being used. You know, these guys activate other muscles that usually are dormant, you know, in the movement. So, you know, when I walked after the workout, it felt like, you know what I mean? Like I was lifted up off the ground, because, you know, all the muscles, all the quads, the glutes, the hamstrings, calves, you know, everything was included in helping me walk, you know? So it's amazing how they get the body activated and get everything firing off at one time. And man, just think about that. You know, anything that you do, your whole body is firing off and helping. How much more stronger are you at that point?
If I don't have a belt squat machine, I'll go straight to a setup like this, or else I'll put it around my feet like we did last time. And as soon as you get off the road, just pull the hips down and get all that blood in your glutes and kind of chill out the low back a little bit. All posterior, all from the neck all the way down to the calf. But really for these guys, it's super crucial to build up, you don't need to turn around, but like build up their traps, upper back and ass is putting years on their careers. Gravity, Jerry could tell you better than I could. I mean, I just cook it for them. They're the ones eating it. But gravity, so getting the traps big and strong for the rucks, the mission sets, whether they're flying, whether they're pilots or operators, and then their ass moving forward under all that load rucking. And Jerry could dive into that more, like what it's done for him.
Your traps, you got that weight. Once your traps go, and then your lower back goes, and then the next thing you notice, you're walking like this. So if you can keep your traps, I guess, build the traps, build the upper back, give yourself a shelf for that ruck frame to sit on. It just makes moving a lot easier.
So just to put into context, what is rucking and how long do you have to do it? Yeah.
It depends. I mean, it depends on the job. It depends on like where you're at in your career, but if you've done 15 miles at 80 pounds on your back, on a backpack. And then some courses like land nav, when you're out there for a week and you're humping everything you have, like I think my pack has been 115 before.
Yeah, we start with neck. So there's a lot of concussion benefits, a lot of TBI benefits for operators. So every single workout we'll start with either from the back, the front, or the sides. So today we're gonna do 100 reps, just rest pause style. We set up all of our units we work with, we put in neck machines. And we haven't had any deployers miss any deployments from neck or low back injuries in over 5 years. And that's a world record actually. So that's the best in the world for neck and low back injuries. I mean, you don't get better than 0%, but. I think the big thing is not letting your chest collapse. So like when you go into it, you have to be braced and kind of like short, big breaths. So like never let your chest come in. So when we're doing the sandbag, that's why I like that, is once you let that chest come in, you can't get any more breath.
Right.
So kind of, I call it staying big. So you have to do it whenever you're under a heavy load on the farmer's walk or the wheelbarrow. And then we're gonna do the yoke next. Whenever you're under that load, you have to keep that big air. And it's just short breaths, but big chest. Our folks call it blue collar cardio. If it's a wheelbarrow or a farmer, is to try not to like treat it too much like an RDL or deadlift to break it off the floor, because you're gonna wear out your posterior. So I teach to try to throw the knees forward and get a little quad out of that bottom. So as I go in like a normal deadlift, I'm trying to twist lats. So I'm putting that tension through pinky and twisting lats, but I'm gonna launch knees forward to come up. That way I have enough in me to do the walk. But people will kind of slow it up with their posterior and then they're already gassed out.
Yeah.
So I'm going in, throwing knee forward, and then right to it, short steps. So on this, I never want, you think of it like you're walking on ice, I never want big steps. You can go faster, but never longer, because you don't want your center of mass getting away from you on this. So the bigger the step, the more weight I have I can't control.
And what does this stress do for y'all?
As far as this implement?
This implement, yeah.
So forward, it's very hip dominant, so glute dominant forward. On the way back, it's very quad, grip, and trap dominant, because it's the weight's being pulled away from you. So I have to pull that against my center of gravity. Cool. I like these because a big deadlift helps these a lot, but a big deadlift is not the final piece on these. A lot of stronger people struggle on this. It's kind of an athlete finder in the iron world, if you will. So you can have a big deadlift, but you have to walk and keep it balanced on the wheel.
yeah, baby.
Squeeze those pinkies. Wait. Just like that. Short steps, pinkies.
Fuck. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Almost there.
Fuck. 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 Yeah. 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 Ah. Shit. Just when you thought cardio was working. Whew. Did I run to New Mexico or did we fly? I can't remember anymore. I think I ran here. Yes, brother.
For what we're doing today,
Yeah.
once a week. We'll do it multiple times a week because we'll do it for distance carries, like for sets of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes per set. When we're going heavy, just once a week.
Working with here.
1160.
It's saying it's not one thing strong, but everything's strong. And right now, I'm noticing that, yeah, work to be done. I was just asked how heavy that feel. I guess what it would feel like if I was driving a tractor and trailer and I got a flat tire and had to get out and pick up one side of the trailer to replace the tire. It's probably how heavy that damn thing was, or the way it felt. Incredible.
If you want to like watch me from side or back on this,
Yeah, yeah.
like, so the hand position, this yoke's a little wider. So the hand position, a lot of people like to push out. I like to pull in and get lat into it. And then you want to set it up like a high bar squat. And when I'm getting under it, this is super low for me, but if you want to watch from like side and back on this, because what I'm trying to do is draw into it with my lats and ass before I get going. So as I'm settling in, kind of like taking out a heavy squat, I want to get all that pressure built into the bar, and I want to get that tension in my glutes and lats. And then once I'm tense there, I'm going to bring it under me, pop up and go. And same thing, short choppy steps. So it's going to be a little awkward from how low it is. But I'm going butt out, getting tension there, finding the perfect tension on that, and then drive up. Yep. And that was awkward from how low it is. We'll adjust it to, you only want it to go a few inches. So we're going the yoke load on back against the sled on hips. So it helps you working up terrain. So anytime these guys have to go up mountains or any rocky ground, that helps you working up those.
Yeah, come on, baby.
3, 2, time.
Woo! Wasn't pretty. We'll make it better. This throws me off back here because there's one thing having it on your shoulders, but then the tug behind you, and it's just getting that balance to keep it
the hips evenly. So I like it's an automatic teacher of how you should time your steps, because a lot of people get too big on the steps. With that, it has to keep short and choppy.
And it makes you drive with your hips. Because if you're using your knees, that's what makes you off. Also, your timing off is knees. And if you go hips, it's steady. Enjoy. Don't be a pussy. Yep. Just like that. Just like that. One step. 15. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Yep. Same one.
Pull it in towards you.
Everything's strong. On you. Yep. Here we go. 3, 5, 5. Enjoy. Enjoy. Nobody's better. Come on, nobody's better. Nobody's better. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
I'll get there. God, you know what I'm about to say. I'll get there. There's no way I should have been under the same weight that Jordan was accomplishing today. But I mean, it just drives you. You know, each time, you know, regardless of win or fail, it drives you want to do more. And you're like, wait a minute, I'm going to get this too. I want to do this too. You know, it's amazing how, you know, you can sit back and be like, I'm just going to watch, you know, and see what happens. But no, you want to be a part of it. You know, it's an awesome feeling too also.
Yeah, I was trying to find a pre-Jerry picture. I'll show you guys later. I don't have any service right now. But I mean, like, so how was it? Because this is a lot different than like the CrossFit normal military workouts, like that a lot of first responders and military dudes are like. How was it adjusting to that?
It was tough. Yeah, I mean, going through training, like you're just hyped on speed. They want you to be the fastest runner. They want you to be an endurance athlete. And there is a reason behind that during training, because it weeds out, you know, like people that just can't hack it.
Right.
Like, let's just make these dudes grind. Let's make them go for hours. And then when you get into the job, you realize like that's not, I'm not gonna say it's not applicable, but it's, because that cardio is always gonna be there. You find that grit, you find that groove, you have it. But the strength to carry the weight, and honestly, it gives you the confidence to carry it. Like before, like when you're in training, we're always bitching like, man, dude, this pack's heavy. Now you're just like, fuck it, I'm strong. Like, let's deal with it. So that's what I liked about this compared to like doing kipping pull-ups and freaking burpees. Like it doesn't, that's just a grit thing. Anybody can tough it through that.
That was perfect, dude. That clicked. Just the way he's talking to y'all. Yeah.
What do I do with my hands, dude?
Because that is the biggest thing that like a lot of the dudes have like grown to love about it, is the transfer strength. Because like what people forget about training is like if it doesn't transfer, it's not worth a damn. And somewhere along the lines we forgot with like training, like you create a response, you create an adaptation, it has to transfer with what you're trying to do. So like working for the sake of work isn't great for these dudes, because like what, we're just making them tired. Like just go drink caffeine and do jumping jacks if you're trying to be tired. Right. But if you're trying to make it transfer, get good under heavy load and get your balance under heavy load, and then see how it does in the actual application of what you're doing.
Boom.